Hey guys, I'm back again. It's been God knows how long. I actually don't know since the last time I made a video. Also, like I'm in an entirely different room because I moved. Yeah, I'm a student. I'm gonna be moving in it. Plus, I've also got like my laptop behind the phone camera just to like not even record myself, just as like a backdrop. Weirdly enough, I don't even know what to talk about. I mean, I've got my bonnet here. I was gonna wear it, but I decided, you know what? I like my hair when it's like this. It's a bit, no, I don't like calling my hair unkempt, but do you get what I'm saying? It's a bit unkempt right now. Plus, I think it gives me like a roughish charm, if you get what I'm saying. Plus, people should just like wear their hair out more, like this more often. But yeah, as to what I'm to talk about, I don't know. I mean, like it's like a lot has changed since the last time you saw me. Like this jumper that you saw me in like a different video, I now wear it as like a regular home jumper, and I feel like it gives me swag. I had swag before, it still has swag, forever has swag, but it just gives me a different kind of sneeze. I've got like an assortment of new outfits and stuff like that, but I'm not really here to talk about fashion. I've also been like writing and stuff like that. I mean, I have a Substack, so I just write, upload, but I don't write like what I write, but just some passing thought and stuff like that. But I've got like a whole YouTube channel. Why don't I just go yap about something? I even listed down a thought on what to talk about. I'll get to that later. I just want to yap for a cool few seconds. I can't even lie to you. What was I gonna yap about? Yeah, a lot's changed. I mean, I got a piercing, nose piercing right here. Wow, I never thought I'd get one of those, but here we are. I just kept thinking about it. I was like, oh, it looks so good on me, and it looks really good on me. I'm gonna get changed into a nose ring though. Wow, it's really been that long. It's actually been that long. I got like this no piercing like 6 months ago. Or around that time, something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna get it changed into like a nose ring in like a couple of weeks, maybe even like this week, if I feel like it. I'm also thinking of getting like a piercing here. Oddly enough, I like the feel of it like being like a constellation. Like piercing here, piercing here, piercing here. Dot dot dot. I feel like that would be really cool. But I'd have to get like diamonds or rhinestones or something. As the actual piercing, it can't just be silver. I mean, I'm fine with it being silver, but for it to pop, it needs to be like an actual diamond or something. I haven't even got my ear pierced. I'm even trying to buy a piercing here. I haven't got my ear pierced. It's so backwards. I got my nose pierced before my ears. That's the life I'm living. Yeah. I mean, what else can I say really? I've done like a lot of like digging into my tribes, stuff like that. I'm now, well, I was learning it before, but I'm more on it now. In terms of like I'm making like real progress in learning one of my tribal languages. Yeah, I'm it's going good. It's like, what time is it? Like 2:47 a.m. Good morning, I guess. I'm even meant to take a shower, but I decided, you know what, let me make this because the people need to eat. What I make will feed generations. I've been journaling as well. That's been really fun, to be honest. I haven't done it in weeks though, so I will journal after I've done this video. But journaling is like, it's very therapeutic. I mean, I talk to myself all the time, so I feel like that's my own sort of like built-in journal. But at the same time, like just having it written down is something else. Plus, I feel like in the distant future, in the near future, even I can look back on what I've written and like think, wow, I was really thinking about that in that stage of my life. Wow, I'd really, thought about these ideas. Like how advanced or how lame was my thinking? Not that my thinking is ever lame. Ignore that statement. But you get what I'm saying. I wanna like genuinely, keep it as a habit, because what 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 could come of it that would be bad? Do you get what I'm saying? I wouldn't look at journaling as being a bad thing. I wouldn't look back and say, oh, I hate that I journaled for like 2 months of my life. I would never say that, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna journal after this video. Journal what about? It'll come to me when it comes to me, innit? But I mean, there's obviously other stuff, but I don't know if this is a space where I feel fully comfortable being like entirely vulnerable. I guess we'll see. The internet I like to keep as like a separate part of my life. I never thought I'd even expose myself on the internet, so this is very new to me, but I just take as me talking to myself rather than talking to a mass of people. Maybe I should, dig into that deeper. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway, what I came to talk about, what the general gist of the video is, I think everybody should be a little bit evil all of the time. Now, hear me out. So, it was like a month or two ago. I remember I went to this society. It's called Philosophy Society. I might have mentioned it here before. But it's a nice society I like to frequent. They do it Wednesdays from like 4 to 5. Sometimes I think it's 5 to 6. And so I come late, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, Philosophy Society, right? And we did a debate on veganism. And obviously, hearing the debate points, I was like, okay, they had a good point, they had a good point, they had a good point. But the recurring thing for the people who I thought had good points was that they were all vegans, or they all supported veganism, or they were all transitioning into vegans. Do you get what I'm saying? So, that being the case, obviously you think, well, then why don't you become a veganism? Isn't this proof that veganism is the way to go? Yes, but no. I mean, there are all amount of excuses. Well, I mean, there are all amount of reasons for why you could and should be a vegan, But like, for the life of me, I'll never be a vegan. Never be a vegan. I'm 100% honest. It's something like, and I know it sounds bad, but like, I'm really not that ashamed of it. I'm not even saying, why am I saying that? I'm not ashamed of it. I will never be a vegan. I don't want to be a vegan. I couldn't be a vegan. Couldn't is a strong word, but I just don't want to. Do you get what I'm saying? I say that a lot. Do you get what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Anyway, what they were positing was like, oh, you should be a vegan because of animal cruelty. You should be a vegan because of environmental reasons. You should be a vegan because of any assortment of other reasons. And they were all really good, full-fledged reasons. Do you get? But I don't know. Let me start by talking about what a friend of mine was talking about. He mentioned that he thought, or he's like a very, very logical guy. Like, he does computer science, and he obviously thinks in a very like A to B kind of way. Like, there's no room for like fluffiness, as I think he'd call it. Like, he's very like unpacked with it, which I sort of respect. I like STEM people and the fact that they're very just straightforward with their thinking. I hate that they lose a lot of the source when they're doing the thinking, or they lose a lot of like the other contextual understanding, but like as a whole, I respect it. Anyway, back to the point. What he essentially says, like, he supports veganism. He thinks that veganism is obviously a good mode of thought, and there are no logical arguments against it, which I agree with him on. However, he as well doesn't want to be a vegan, but he feels as if like the sole reason, well, not the sole reason, but the biggest reason for being a vegan is because of the fact that you have like a lot of love and appreciation for animals. He just says straight up, he doesn't care about animals at all. Can't lie, I respected it. It was cold hearted and it was ruthless and it was straightforward to the point. This is what I'm talking about. He doesn't care about our animals at all. And me, I thought I care about animals, but I obviously care about the animals I have an emotional attachment to. I won't care about every single animal on this earth. Even now, I'm still evaluating that statement. I still have a care and love towards certain animals, but like, would that stop me from eating some of them? Not all of them. No, not all of them. To be honest, like, people could say, "Oh, well, you'd never eat a horse, would you?" But if push comes to shove, you probably would. I'm getting away. I'm sorry. I'm so tired. I'm getting away from the point. If I'm meant to do some stuff, I'm not meant to do anything today, but I'm gonna find something to do because I've been bored out of my mind. I actually haven't been bored out of my mind. I've been keeping myself entertained, but I don't want to get to being bored out of my mind. Anyway, so what I'm essentially I just jumped. What am I doing, bro? Chill out. Take a touch. Christ. Anyways, what I'm essentially getting at is that they were discussing all of these things to support veganism and saying, okay, you'd be a vegan solely because of the fact that you have a deep love and appreciation towards animals, and I agree that is most of the time the reason why somebody would become a vegan. And he says he doesn't care about animals, so in his mind he doesn't really have a real reason to become a vegan. If you can say you love animals, then surely it'd be the case where you'd have to love animals and become a vegan. It couldn't be the case where you say, oh, I love animals, but you continue to eat them. Right? Right. Fair enough. But then in my mind, okay, if that's the case, that's fine. But I feel like you need a little bit of that evil in your life. And I remember in the philosophy discussion, there was a girl who was discussing about how she was discussing veganism with another one of her friends, right? And they had said, oh, well, everybody has that one little bad thing that they do, right? This is just my little bad thing. And in a way, I kind of resonated with that, you know? Everybody has that little vice. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm not so sure meat eating is like the worst thing, the worst thing on the world. So if you want to, you know, love animals as well as be a vegan, as well as like eat meat, I'm all for it. And the reason why I say like I feel like you need a little bit of evil is because like you don't need to always adhere to a strict code of ethics. Sometimes break a rule here and there. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm a real stickler for the rules sometimes. So this should even be surprising coming out my mouth. But then honestly, live a little. Do you get what I'm saying? Live a little. Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's not every day you're gonna follow the rule to its entirety. You need to like sometimes venture outside of a rule to realize whether or not you really want to stick to it. That's why like the Amish have this whole thing where, you know, it's a common of age thing where like they let somebody go out into like a normal society and they sort of do all the do whatever they want to do. Really, they can sleep with people, they can drink, they could like swear, use profanity, all these sorts of things. And after that period of time, if they still decide they want to be Amish, then they're welcome back into the community. And honestly, I think more communities should do that, you know. You never really know if this community is for you or if you want to like adhere to this. Or like it's just like a way of like showing strength of character. Because if anything, you're proving your belief by venturing out and realizing this is why I believe what I believe in. People should know why they believe what they believe in. So venture outside of the rules, live a little, you know, get a bit evil. And maybe this isn't even about veganism. Maybe I just use that as a useless backdrop. I'm tired and I'm rambling. I just said random stuff for the past 13 minutes. Well, it's approaching 13 minutes right now. But you get, like, honestly, like, guys, like, do something with your life. Do something with your life that's unorthodox. Do something with your life where people are going to look at you funny. Do something in your life where you're probably going to get questioned by the authorities. Because otherwise, well, how could you call that a life? You know, I think that's a good note. I'm going to end it there. I'll make another video maybe soon. We'll see, innit? But hey, who's counting? Please. What do I say? What do I say usually? Don't like and don't subscribe. Woo! Cold.